Hello lovelies, I told you I would be back. Today we are doing another foundation review, sneaking it in right before the end of the year, before it hits stores next year, 2018. It is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour foundation. So this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, obviously meant to be long lasting. Yeah, it might just be a game changer for drugstore foundations. You know, if you're interested in Maybelline, interested in this foundation and seeing if it might be something you need to pick up in 2018, stay tuned. We're about to find out all about what this baby right here can do. So I went on Amazon and I have 4 different foundation shades, 355 all the way to 362. I didn't know what shade I would be, so I just went ahead and got 4 different shades. So we're gonna start off with 360 and 362. I already know that 355 and 356 are going to be too light for my complexion. So we're going to go ahead and test the shades on my chest. This is 362. This is 360. Thinking 360 is looking like a better match, just a little bit warmer. This one looks a little bit cooler. So yeah, 360 Mocha. That's what we're gonna go ahead and use. I'm gonna start off on this side of the face and just dot the foundation around and blend with my beauty blender. By the way, I think I have 2 pumps on the back of my hand, so hopefully you guys can see how full coverage this foundation is. I didn't put that much on, and this is what this side of my face looks like, this side, and this is what the no foundation side looks like. The no foundation side is a little bit lighter, but I think when I highlight and contour, it will just bring everything back to life. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side of my face. So this is what the foundation looks like applied to the face. I'm gonna go ahead and also use a lighter color to do my highlight, just to see, you know, what that looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and use Warm Coconut, that's 356, and I'm gonna just put that under my eyes to highlight. This is a really matte formula, so I don't want to put too much because I don't want there to be too much creasing there, but I think it will blend in nicely with the foundation. So this is what my base is looking like. It's looking a lot more like my natural skin color. Now that I've highlighted under the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and we'll chat a little bit more about this foundation before I do a wear test. Today we are getting off to a very late start, 7 o'clock on the dot, but that's okay. We're gonna give it an adequate amount of time to see how it wears. I do stay up late, so it's not gonna be an issue. So yeah, I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my face, and we'll chat a little bit more before we start the wear test. So I will be right back. So this is the finished look. As you can, well, I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is a very mattifying foundation. So right now, I'm kind of feeling like I look a little bit dry. I kind of went a little bit overboard. I had some trophy wipe on, a little bit overboard with the highlighter to kind of compensate for that. But point being that this is a full coverage mattifying foundation. Now, this is not my first impressions. I've worn this quite a few times now, and I do love this formula. I've tried it extensively. I've tried it on its own and with other foundations, and I think that it's a really, really quality foundation, especially for a drugstore foundation. This is just $10. So, you know, pros there. I think in a few hours when the oil starts to set into my face, that the dryness that I'm feeling will go away, because like I said, I've used this foundation before. People who have dry skin probably will not be a fan of this foundation. This foundation, like I said, full coverage, super mattifying. People with oily skin and people with combo skin are probably going to be the ones that really love this foundation. It's just a shame that it doesn't go as dark as the Fit Me Matte and Poreless line. Why that is, who knows? There's probably business reasons or, you know, whatever. I don't know these things. I wish I did know, but I don't know what goes into the decision making behind when a brand makes a shade range, especially if they have extensive shade range in other products. Perhaps they want their matte and poreless to be their best-selling foundation, and this is just kind of like a extra if you really want full coverage foundation. You know, I am the second to last shade, and so I think I said in my previous video that if I'm the darkest shade, then it's probably not a great shade. I assume that the shade range is probably not that great because I don't want to be the darkest shade. So there's one shade darker than me in this range, but you know, I think that they definitely could do more. I will say that these 4 shades are, you know, they're not like so far apart where it's like, you know, one's like creamy tan and the next one's like mocha chocolate, so where like there's they jump shades. These shades are actually a good you know, representation of skin tone and undertone. They're the last 4. However, it doesn't go past what 362 Truffle, which is about a shade darker than me with like a more of a cooler undertone. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to harp on it too much. I think that, you know, we could talk about shade range all day. It's always good when a brand has, it's always good when a foundation line has a good shade range. Because Maybelline seems to be genuine in their appeal for diversity, I give them the benefit of the doubt for this. Maybe there is an actual reason why this particular foundation doesn't have a darker shade range, but I really wish that I knew what that reason was. So I think I've yapped enough about that. The time now, it's almost 7:30. I'm gonna come back in a few hours and we'll see what this foundation looks like, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So yeah, stay tuned. I will be right back. So I'm back. The time is now 1:25 a.m. As you can probably see, I am pretty shiny in normal areas. Every foundation video that I do, I have combination skin. I tend to get oily in this area right here, and that is where I see oil appearing. I also see a little bit, I'll try to zoom in, there's a little bit of creasing going on here that I don't know normally happens with my other foundations, but so let me give you my final thoughts. And before actually I do that, what I should have done before is read you guys the description of what it's supposed to do. My bad. So on the website, Maybelline's website, it says, experience the superpower of makeup. This high pigment foundation combats the clog for transforming 24-hour wear. Let's see, lightweight, high impact coverage formula glides into the skin for a flawless makeup finish that lasts all day. Oil free, doesn't clog pores. Yeah, so it's been 6 hours. I'm pretty shiny. I wouldn't say this is a 24-hour foundation. I'm gonna get my trusty Fenty Beauty blot powder and just do what I would normally do if I was out. So the blot powder seems to be taking away the shine away as usual. But yeah, definitely wouldn't say this is a 24-hour foundation. You know, you kind of have to rate foundations on what they say they're supposed to do. So if you're gonna say you're 24 hours, then I'm gonna judge you way more harshly than if you're just supposed to be high coverage or, you know, mattifying or whatever. So as of 24 hour, I wouldn't say it's not gonna last me 24 hours. Maybe someone that has normal skin, maybe like not too oily, not too dry, that type of person's skin, probably maybe this foundation would last 24 hours. For me, it's not gonna last 24 hours. However, the coverage is still popping. You know, the shade, at least for my shade, I was able to find a match. So the shade range doesn't necessarily jump from like a tan shade to like a brown shade. There are like pretty good in between shades. However, obviously I wish there were darker shades, and hopefully I think this is a new formula. There is a Superstay type of foundation, whatever that line is called, from Maybelline Superstay. There is I think it's called Better Skin, and that foundation range is, so this is a new, this is an upgrade, I guess. This is a new formula, 24 hours, new Superstay. So this is their first swing at it. Let's hope they will continue to expand this range, because I really do think that this is a great drugstore foundation. It's not gonna last anyone that has combo or oily skin 24 hours. However, it is full coverage. Like I said, it is highly pigmented. I don't feel like, I think it had something like glides on the skin, lightweight. It doesn't feel that heavy for being a full coverage foundation, so that's also a plus. So yeah, I think that this is definitely something that you should try if you feel like you can fit within this shade range. Again, I'm just gonna keep saying it. I'm not gonna apologize for it. They need to expand the shade range. They can definitely add some deeper shades in this foundation line. But for what it's worth, the formula is pretty poppin', especially for a $10 drugstore foundation. It pretty much probably rivals some of the more higher end foundations out there. So I've said my piece. Those are my final thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please support us. Please support me by liking this video, commenting. I want to know your thoughts if you try this foundation or any other Maybelline foundations, and subscribe to our channel so that you can get updated the next time we upload a video for you all. So thank you as always for watching, and it's time to go to bed. I'll see you next time.